Hi there everyone and welcome to another speed build in The Sims 3. This is actually related to Kim and Tom Wordy, one of my Let's Plays which I haven't actually worked on, so I've been researching it all day and trying to figure out all the stuff I need to update you guys with and all that sort of stuff. So let's get to it. This trick of putting, I suppose, floor tiles down and then using the terrain tool, I actually learned off one of my little friends, Hayley. It's just easier to get straight lines and stuff, so it actually is fantastic. Great idea, by the way. Whoever, I think Hayley came up with it, it's awesome. Perfect, easy, clean. This house is actually loosely based on my actual house that I live in. It's got the same sort of idea. There's just a few modifications to it. It's a 3 to 4 bedroom house, and 2 bathrooms. There's been a few bits and pieces, like I've turned one of said bedrooms into a nursery, because of course Kim and Tom Wordy were thinking of having another baby, so we'll find that out later on in one of our Let's Plays. And this driveway's not mine. I think this driveway is like epic awesome. Basically it's loosely based on Khloe Kardashian's driveway, from what I've seen on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And honestly, it's like, doing this was so hard. It was just like, oh my god, no. As you can see, I had a really hard time with those floor tiles. It was like, oh no, how do I get the round edge that I want? But I think I did alright, so no, what was it? Oh, I know what I'm doing there, it's alright. As you can see, I've actually also, I should point out, I've actually built this where, I think it's in Bridgeport, and I actually had to demolish, I think it's, one of the, like, the really odd nightclub place is just on the end of that bit of land. I thought, and I already had something there, so I deleted it because it was a Let's Build that I built ages ago and it was nowhere near what I wanted. So this is actually probably one of, I think, some of the better speed building that I've actually done in a while. So yeah. I just wanted something when I was building this, because as I said, I based it loosely on my own home. I said loosely, and I've got to just get my dogs. I'll be back. I've actually had to shut the door because somebody's back, by the way. Somebody's here, so I don't want to talk and have them comment all the time. Just changing up the colours. I find it really frustrating with The Sims 3 that I actually have to, majority of the stuff you actually have to, I guess, change the colours to make them more nice. It's just like, ugh. So, just one of those things, I suppose. It's actually not bad, I think. Yeah, I don't know. What else is news? As I said, I've got to spend some good quality time with Kim and Tom Wordy, because currently at the moment, I looked at them today and I was like, they need some serious work. Like when I when I started the Let's Build, I intended on doing it at least once a week, but I go through stages of Sims where I'm just like, I either don't play it or I do play it, and I do have a tendency to make new Sims quite frequently. Lucky enough for me, I've kept Kim and Tom Wordy on the pretense of actually making them Let's Builds, so which has worked really well on my part, because I don't normally keep Sims all that long, particularly second generation. So now this room I'm going to work on, this one right here actually, is loosely based on my own room. Like it's where my room would be. I don't have butterflies on my wall, by the way. I have bright yellow stuff with yellow holes in it at the moment. But I had to keep in mind that the characters that I actually built this house for actually had I think she's a teenager. So, oh no, she's not. She's a child still. She's turning teenager in a couple of sim days. So, and I wanted it to be really girly and really, yeah, just very her. And so that's why there's the bed and the butterflies and the pictures and that dresser drawer. I thought since I've actually based it on Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, it's kind of like, well, there'd be really fancy stuff, and you know, there'd be no expense. Like there would be no such thing as too much. So I think that's pretty cool, and I actually like how this room turned out. It's actually one of the better rooms, I think, because I spent a lot of time on it, so I felt like yeah, I think it actually turned out really well, and I like it. Like, and this is a new thing for me, putting curtains in, because when I used to do builds, I never put curtains in whatsoever, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos. I think I've forgotten her name. Deligracy is one, and Farinor is another one. And I noticed that they put all the little bits and pieces, like they put a lot of like magazines and a lot of curtains and stuff in there to make it look more lived in, and I think that actually works a lot better in The Sims because it actually looks less computer generated. So curtains are a new general thing to me, so trying to find the right one to fit, particularly those windows. Those windows are an absolute annoyance in terms of trying to find the right curtain. So they've just got the really basic pull along curtain that fits perfectly. So this room is one that I actually based on my mum's room. It does look a lot like it, so she doesn't have the full poster anymore, but she has where that brown cupboard is at the moment that I'm working on. She actually has a computer desk there, and it's actually got her scarves and stuff in it, so it's actually pretty cool. And she's got this dresser on the other side, and it's got jewellery and all the stuff that she uses day to day on it. So, and it's got a few little cupboards and stuff, so that makes it a lot better. She also has that rug, however, she also has. It's also purple, but I figured in the context of the room it actually worked a lot better if it was just a neutral, like, blue colour. And she doesn't have a big wardrobe at the end of the room, but it's a big cupboard, and I just couldn't find one that actually worked. So that one was the one that I put there. So that chest of drawers, that drawer, she has I guess you could say it's a chest actually. and she has all her bushwalking gear in it, so I just thought, well, I'll put that there. I don't think Kim and Tom would actually have that sort of thing, but that's what they've got. That room there, it's I've actually changed it into a nursery. You'll see a bit later, because I don't think actually, I don't know if do I change it at the moment? Yes, no, I don't know. I'm just watching it back, and I'm not entirely too sure what I've done. So, I had a bit of confusion as to what room I was actually working in. So, but I have made another nursery for when they have another baby, which they will. Because Tom's very... That room there, that I just put that random cupboard in, I've got no idea what... I was supposed to be using it as a wardrobe. As a walk-in wardrobe, but I was just... Logistically, I didn't think about it properly, and I just went that way. So, this room here is actually the spare room, for when, should their children actually come back. Riley and what's her name? And Ryder, who are Kim and Tom's other two children who have actually moved out. You'll hear more about them in one of the Let's Plays that I do, so I've got to update that majorly because it's just horrible. It's not really horrible, but it's just not finished, so... So I thought, well, because that would be my pop's room right there, and they'd go through the laundry and the toilet, and I thought, well, I'll just put a bathroom there and do that. So, just looking at it, there's a lot of doors. I'm looking at this back, not as I'm playing, but as I'm doing, I recorded it while I was doing it. It took forever. So, and what have I done there? Oh, I'm doing the bathrooms. I've tried to make the bathrooms identical, like with the same stuff, because I didn't think having two different bathrooms would work. The bathroom not for the spare room is actually at our house, like our proper house. It's actually bright green, painted, and orange windows. So it's, oh my god. And where that fridge is, there's actually a door. So, what really annoyed me here was I put that stove in, but it wasn't joining up. Like, the covers weren't joining up correctly, so it was like, So, I've had, as you can see, I just moved the stove so it's close to the door. Probably a bit dangerous if you had upgrades and stuff, but unfortunately that's just how that turned out. So, it's just got bits of extras. We don't have a dishwasher and we don't have a compact rubbish disposal unit, so that's kind of what's going there. And we don't have a telephone in the kitchen either, but I actually think it turned out alright though. And yes, we do have a wooden floor in the kitchen, but it's also bright blue in the kitchen, so I think I actually had a lot of trouble with this because I couldn't figure out what kind of colour. I'm actually really wishing I kept it that yellow though. But I thought, I'll go try and bring some fancy stuff to it. And I think I actually stuck with the blue because it's actually kind of ties in roughly to what we have at home. So, again, a lot of stuff was based on what we have at home. So, what am I doing? Oh, I know. We've got cupboards behind the door. The door should actually be a lot closer to that cupboard, but I think it actually looks a lot better there. So, that dining room, normally we would actually, currently at this point in time, it's actually my mum's work office. So, but I figure since Kim and Tom don't actually need a work office specifically, they can have a nice dining room. Because obviously they would need a dining room, and obviously since they have children as well, they're going to have they're going to need it, I guess, because you're not going to. There's nowhere to sit anywhere else. So, and again with curtains, woohoo! I like the idea of having windows that look out. It actually looks out over the water, which I think is fantastic. I think in that kitchen it would look awesome. I need to put some more stuff in there, I think, looking back on it. So, dining room's a little bit small and crowded, but yeah, I suppose we'll figure that out in a second. This was a real bugger, this lounge room, because as much as I was trying to make it look like ours at home, it wasn't going to work. Particularly the way I wanted it to. So, and particularly with that door there, it's just like, oh no. So, and if anyone else actually has this problem finding the right pattern and stuff, it's really annoying. It's just really annoying, and I can't stand it. So had to change the pattern in that lounge room because it was frustrating me. I just found it like that pattern. It was too distracting. I must say I like that picture there. I did actually. I think I've. Oh no, I actually went through and put some fanciness to it. I like how there's an archway into the lounge room. It's not just a door. So and I figured this room was kind of a last minute thing. I thought, well, I'll make a little music room. Could have made it a study, I suppose, but that's boring. So I've made kind of like a little party room that you go in and you can listen to music and can dance on the dance floor, and it looks pretty cool. Oh, and it's because I was basing it on Kim and Kanye. It was like, oh, I'll just put some gaming machines in there and I'll make it all cool. So I was being quite clever. So now I've just realised I haven't put any floor tiles on the there's that trick again. What am I doing? I haven't put any floor tiles on the front veranda. Just realised. Whoopsies. And this is another new concept that I keep forgetting about constantly, is actually gardening and actually putting in the right the right sort of like plants and stuff. That balcony is really annoying me right now. And of course I had to have a cart. I had to have them right there. I was trying to make them diagonal so they're pointing the house, but wouldn't work logistically, because how the hell would you get it back out again? Just some last little touches, I think. I don't like how those pillars reshape. I get really annoyed at those. Landscaping, that's the word I was after. just a bit more landscaping. And those trees, I don't know. I think I just put them there just to make it look alright because there was nothing there and it was kind of like. I think I'm actually a few finishing touches. Oh, there. And I will go back and fix that front balcony. I've forgotten all about it. So I've done the back one. So I think I should be going. Yep, just about there. Of course, I had to have the treehouse because there's children. So, and I was trying to figure out screenshots. So that's how that came about. And now we're back. Ooh, screenshots. If you guys have any comments or anything, leave them below. Always happy to have good feedback or bad feedback, actually, for that matter. So, enjoy, have fun, and I will catch you all later. Bye.